So what I plan on doing is 4 of them together. I'm going to start with the 2, and I'm going to do a popsicle stick is what I'm thinking. I have a typewriter, and so what I want to do is like a piece of styrofoam on the top of it with like flowers and moss. It's kind of like a forest type feel that I'm going for. Make it a little more substantial. And then I did the little hat. So I also am going to attach that with a popsicle stick in the middle. So hopefully it all comes together. But I'm going to go ahead and glue these 2 pieces together. I did pull off the front part, and I just did spackle to kind of give it some texture on there, kind of like feathers. But if you're new to me, my name is Lindsay. My page is Be Happy Cottage. And thank you, Lois and Stephanie, for having me. I don't know if Stephanie's on here. I'm sure she is, but I haven't seen her yet. I'm not going to completely coat this because I do like that white and kind of the creams and stuff mixed in. So I'm just going to kind of, we may add to it. It may end up coated. I say stuff and then, you know, as you keep going, but I'm going to try to keep it feathers or, you know, going the same direction type thing. Not necessarily feathers, just a little something. Okay. I do need to paint the little eyes. I'm just using those little half beads for the eyes. So that's done. I do want the hat to be black, and then I plan on going over it with like copper and gold a little bit and kind of mixing that in. Hey, Melanie. Good morning. Hi, Shyla. Hi, Jolyn. Okay, and the top, I'm thinking I'm going to do moss, but I'm going to go ahead and paint it black so it matches just in case some of it shows. I really like the way cardboard kind of looks. So I'm going to pretty much cover it, but like that area where it's kind of coming through a little, if that shows, it's funny how much more I can see it in the camera. Huh. Now the brim, I do want it to be a little more, I think, covered looking. I have different stuff that I've pulled. I'm not sure how much I'm going to, I think I want to keep these fairly neutral, maybe do a little cream if I do anything on them. Okay, but like this is the eyes, and I made that part where it's the, I peeled that off, and then I have that to kind of double layer up. So I'll wait to do those. And I got to remember today is 45 minutes. Okay. So I just cut some kind of like little leaf type shapes. It's what I used the other day in the one project I did. I'm just going to try to crumble them up a little bit. And that way when I go over it with my antique wax, it'll pick up the lines. I really like the way that looks. I am going to kind of tear that just a little bit just to give, I don't know, where you don't really see that, and it kind of melds into that a little bit better. My words are upside down. That's fine. It'll probably be covered some. And once I get the paint and all the things on it, it'll probably be perfectly fine. I have like this gold, I want to say I got this from Target. It just says acrylic paint, warm metal. I'm pretty sure I got that from Target. And then I have a penny and bronze. So I'm really watering it down. I just want it like to lightly, this one that I'm using, it's, I don't want to say glittery, but I mean kind of, it's just like a sheen almost that it kind of gives. I'm even going to kind of pull it in a little on here, not so much in the middle. Okay, now I'm going in, I don't know if it's the bronze or the penny, they're so close that the one is a little bit darker, so I do like to mix them together. And I use these colors on a lot of my fall stuff, so that's what kind of brings it all together. Okay, so here's what that's kind of looking like. It'd be really cute once they're dry to take like a pencil and kind of make them curl a little bit and give them a little more texture to it and movement. So I'm going to go ahead, my hat's dry. I'm going to go ahead and take that gold and start kind of going over it just a little bit in places. I'm just wanting them very like aged and old looking. Oh, I should have done the bottom in black too. I can do that later. Hi, Sandy. So welcome everybody who's new. Thank y'all for being here. Okay, so just going to hit in a few different places and go over that. I believe this is the worn penny. I really like this with like the black and the gold mixed. And it's also really pretty to go back over like the whole thing with the antique wax. It just, I don't know, there's something about it that just ages it. You want it like pretty covered. Okay, and then this one, I'm wanting a little more just that gold, like very lightly just to hit the little bead looking things, and then a little bit in the middle. That center part has a lot of texture to it. And then I'm going to go back in just in the middle and get a little bit of that penny color. Let's go ahead and go to the eyes now. And this was just kind of like one of those accident pieces, me cutting stuff off. And I liked the way it curved. And so I just kind of mimicked, you know, tried to trace it a little bit. And, well, that one's not curved the right way, but that's fine. I'm kind of wanting to do it like that, where it stands up off the owl. Okay. Oh, you know what? Which, I mean, I can make the nose on here, but I didn't even think about the nose. Okay, I think that's looking pretty proportionate on both sides. I do feel like, I don't know, I may end up going in and adding some texture or a little more paint just to kind of give it a feather type feel. So this is definitely one of those things you can just keep adding the layers to it. Okay, how long do we have? We have 15 minutes. Okay, let's go ahead and go in on this side. Oh, thank you. Okay, so let's see. These should be dry. Let me pop them off and kind of figure out where the little... So that's going to go on here. May have to add more yellow so you can even see it. Maybe if I add a little copper in there. Get a little something. You very faintly can see it. Okay. Just a little bit of that white. A little more yellow. I wasn't thinking real yellow, but I mean, you can't even see it, so we're going to have to do something. Do they have to be exactly matching? Well, they're not going to be. One dot kind of smeared more to an oval, but that's fine. Okay, so now I do have like 5 minutes, y'all. I'm trying to hurry. Okay, because I want at least the eye with the little thingy on it to be on there. Kind of curled up to add that dimension. And of course, you always have the lovely glue strings, which just adds so much to your project. Thank you. Okay, I wish those little dots would dry. Okay, try again where he's not looking wonky. Alrighty, so I have the little chain. Let's do it back here. His little pupil's gonna pop out. I did like this is just corkboard. The it has like a sticky back to it that you get from the dollar store. Okay, and I think I kind of want that coming off this side a little. I did put it on some cardboard. I did think about like adding more to raise it up. Cutting the center out of this thing was not that fun, so I'm just gonna leave it. It's fine. It has like rough edges on the inside. I did do some puffy type gold. Okay, I'm going to just try to do, you know what, I'm going to do it in here where it kind of looks like it's coming out of his little feathers. And put that there and do that there. That was hot. I feel like this guy didn't glue down like he should.